What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1999 movie Blast from the Past. So, in this movie, following a bomb scare in the 1960s that locked the Webbers into their bomb shelter for 35 years, Adam, who was not born when his parents went into the shelter, ventures forth into Los Angeles and out into the real world for the first time to obtain food and supplies for his family and a non-mutant wife for himself and everything, because they think that the world is ran by mutants because of being stuck in a bomb shelter for 35 years. But yeah, I love this movie. I think this is a really, really great movie. It's one of my absolute favorite rom-coms of the 90s for sure, and actually, it isn't possibly. It is my favorite Brendan Fraser movie. Brendan Fraser is just absolutely great in here as Adam. He's absolutely perfect as the character. In fact, I would even go as far to say that Adam is easily my favorite character that Brendan Fraser ever played and stuff. He's just really, really amazing in this movie. And Alicia Silverstone is really great in here as Eve and everything. And I never really caught on to their names being Adam and Eve and everything, but it does totally make sense in the context of the story. She's kind of a bad girl that is trying to persuade him to do bad things and stuff, but he's this really good-hearted person and everything. And their names being Adam and Eve, it just really does make sense in the context of the story. Christopher Walken as Adam's dad, Calvin, is really great too. He is perfect in the role and steals the show when he's on screen. In fact, this is one of my favorite characters of his too, and one of the reasons why I say Christopher Walken has a lot of range, because you can play a character like this, but he also is known for playing really great villains and stuff. So he does a really good job in this movie, and it just shows that like he can really do good at playing both good and evil characters. Everything, because this character is just really, really lovable and everything. Sissy Spacek in here as his mom Helen is great too. Her chemistry with Christopher Walken is absolutely great, and the two of them with Brendan Fraser really make a believable family. They all really work great together, and they're really believable as parents and son. The humor of this movie is really great too. There's a lot of really, really funny moments in here, and I just love a really good fish out of water story. I've always been a fan of movies like Elf, Enchanted, Thor, and even Brendan Fraser's very first movie, Encino Man, where all of those movies center around characters that are kind of fish out of water. So heck, you can even throw Wall-E into that category and stuff. And I just love when they do them really good and everything. And we don't get fish out of water movies as often nowadays. We still do sometimes, like the He-Man movie that came out earlier this year, which is one of my favorite movies of the year, partially because of the fish out of water story and everything. I don't know why, that's just one of those tropes that I've always really liked, and I think that this movie really does a great job at coming up with a fun, fresh way to do a fish out of water story, making Adam being stuck in a bomb shelter for the first 35 years of his life and going out into the world expecting it to be one thing because his parents had left it in the 60s and everything, and he was raised with the ideology of like people from the 50s and 60s and stuff. I love that and everything. Like there's a lot of really cool things there too with that. Him having really cool baseball cards that he can sell and stuff. A lot of vintage stuff that is worth a lot of money that he never would have expected to be worth anything. Stuff there's a lot of really cool stuff in this movie. And like I said, I think this ranks among the best of the fish out of water movies that I mentioned. I think it ranks up there with all of those as one of the best ones. And I also love how you can definitely tell that this is a late 90s movie and everything. Everything from the vibe and the music and everything just definitely tells us that this is a late 90s movie, and it is great and everything. I just love that too, and everything, how it just transports you back in time. And I love how Adam has this innocence to him, which is another big trope in the fish out of water story and stuff, that the main characters usually have an innocence to them. Everything like Buddy the Elf or Giselle from Enchanted, or even Brendan Fraser's character from Encino Man and stuff. They all have this innocence and stuff, and he brings a different type of innocence to Adam that he brought to the caveman in Encino Man and stuff. Like they're both kind of similar characters in similar movies and stuff, but they are told in totally different ways and stuff from totally different points in the 90s, and they both work really, really well and everything. You know, like he started his career in the early 90s, the year that I was born, with Encino Man, playing a fish out of water character, and then he ended the 90s with the fish out of water character with this movie, and I don't know why, there's something really nice about that and everything. But I really do like how well written Adam is and stuff, his innocence and his likability, and like how he has this totally different point of view, worldview and stuff, totally optimistic and stuff, and like Alicia Silverstone's Eve is jaded and kind of angry with the world and doesn't really like people and stuff, and doesn't really like a lot of things because she's been done so dirty throughout her life and everything. And I like how he like changes her perspective on life and stuff. It's just really, really well done and well written and everything. Their romance, it doesn't feel forced, and it's written pretty well and everything. I just really like that about it. The characters complement each other really well and everything. And I also like the character that's living in the building that is it's like a club and it started out as a restaurant and then a club. It became a club and stuff, and everything. I like that stuff, and the owner of that and everything. He's really funny too and everything. And there's also some other really funny side characters in this movie and everything. But I just really enjoyed this one quite a bit. I don't have any negatives with this one. I tried to think of some, and I just can't think of anything about this movie that I disliked. It's really just a really great movie. It does what it's going for. It's under 2 hours, so it doesn't have pacing issues or anything like that. It's just a really fun movie and everything. One of those type of movies that's really on my wavelength, that we don't really get very many like this anymore nowadays and stuff. I would love to see more movies like this start being made again and everything. The mid-budget rom-coms and stuff like One Night Only was one of the best ones in a long time and everything. I hope we start getting more and everything. And this one isn't like One Night Only. It's not as raunchy or anything. It's not even really that raunchy at all. But the humor just does work really, really well and stuff. And part of that is because of Fraser's charm and charisma and stuff. So all in all, I just love Blast from the Past. It's exactly what the title says it is. It is a blast from the past and everything. It's got tons of heart and humor and really lovable characters played by lovable actors that really fit the roles perfectly. And it's just, this is the type of movie that I've always just really, really loved and everything. These type of quirky, weird movies with weird characters that are likable and stuff like that, and we just don't get stuff like this and everything. So yeah, Blast from the Past, I'm gonna go as far to say that I give this one a 10 out of 10. Like I said, this is easily my favorite Brendan Fraser movie, and it's one of my favorite movies of the 90s, and and it's just a fun movie in general and everything. It's just one that I really enjoy and everything. I don't know where I'd say it is on a favorite of all time list or anything, but it is one that I really, really love and everything. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Blast from the Past, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day. I just want to say thank you for watching this video and everything. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe and share this video with your friends and get more people going, help the channel grow. I really appreciate it, and thank you all, and have a good day.